What's going on, guys? Gibbs is back with some more replay analysis. This one comes in from Jayge in Solo Standard Challenger 3s. He actually sent one in that ended after only 3 minutes of play. So it's going to be a little bit of a shorter analysis. But again, guys, you guys can check it out. You guys can get a replay analyzed by going to my Patreon and signing up for my tier. Spot should be opening up for this month shortly. I'm telling the guys that got replays this month to, go down a level on the tier so we can open up some more spots. So if you're interested, feel free to go there. And, yeah, I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get into this replay. Now, in this game, he scored both goals. And blue team didn't really do much. So it's going to be a little bit tough to analyze effectively, but we're going to give it a try here. So let's go over it. All right, here, right away, like, this is just a personal decision, but I usually cheat up a little bit more in case of that neutral face-off. He, like, barely cheats, so then, like, Gottlieb probably should have beat him there, and then he just kind of misses this ball. Like, it looked like he went for the dunk, but Gottlieb was a little bit later, and, like, that's hard to tell sometimes, but you just got to be aware of those. Like, that's fine if he's going for the dunk, and then, like, Gottlieb goes a little late, but, you know. Just got to play around it, I guess. So here we go. We're waiting it out. One thing I've noticed is a lot of his hits are a little bit soft. Like, that hit could have went a little bit higher. It was a little tough because it was right at him. He made the most of it, of what he could here. Yeah, it comes in a little hot. He might have been able to actually take a different angle and throw it towards the open field to the right side over here. If we slow this down. Instead, he throws it right back to the blue team. That could have been a pass to his teammate there, but his teammate looked like he was heading back. You probably want to bring this ball, like, as soon as you see this hit, just throw it to the right towards one, maybe? Or throw it higher. Like, he might have been just trying for a shot, which is understandable. Then just try and get it a little bit higher. I mean, it's not a terrible play by any means, but I'm trying to grasp at some straws here. So, let's continue here. He's heading back on the rotation. He sometimes heads back a little bit early. So I assume here he doesn't have much boost. So it's like, all right, let's let my teammate go up. Let's wait it out. He might not necessarily have to be that far back, but it works out here. Now this is actually a good play to the corner. And now he waits for this, and he has a shot. If he's up a little bit more, since it was a troubling spot for Gottlieb, like if Gottlieb just turned around, maybe he wants to turn around quicker and get ready for a weak hit by the blue team. Because whenever you have your teammates, or your opponents rather, backwards, especially at like Challenger 3 level, they're gonna screw up. And here Gottlieb kind of just centers for him, and if he was turning around a little bit quicker, he might have been able to get there first. But either way, it was still good play. He was just trying to hit the ball first, so he would get a center off, which is the smart play there, for sure. Here he's heading back on D, waiting it out. Sees the clear, alright. He's just chilling. I would have probably backed up maybe even further there because that's definitely not your hit. Let's go back actually real quick. So right here, we get a clear. Okay, I apologize. Tar did rotate behind him, so this is fine to be in that midfield area. He knew he had a goalie. But this play, I actually have a problem with a little bit. So as soon as this ball's hit, he leaves ball cam. We'll slow it down here. He leaves ball cam and just leaves right away. Like, he could easily meet this ball. Like, if we go into fly camera here. Oh, yeah. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him go. Let's go to none here. See, like, this isn't a terribly hard ball to hit. If he would have spun around right away, he could waste time. And with his goalie, like, his goalie's actually backwards, which he probably didn't know at first. But this is a good waste in time spot here. Like, instead of flipping away, he could have challenged. Because, like, his car was just there. Like if we go back 5 seconds, he's here. Like, literally where this ball lands. Look, he's right there. And I'm just going to leave it here. That's literally where the ball lands. Just about. You know, like a few, like, inches off. But, like, if he stays up for that and just wastes time, throws it back into the corner, that's usually a good play in case, like, your goalie's not ready. And like, that's a play I use a ton, like, when I play. It's like, when things are a little bit hairy, because, like, blue had the counter here. If we go back. So right when they hit this, 2 of blue are coming up, probably. Maybe even 3. Like, if that third one comes around out of the net. So it's kind of a harrowing situation, like a bad situation for sure. And maybe like you just want to waste time here instead of just retreating back to net and making a save. Because then if blue's still all countering it, like if you have a bad rebound, there could be, you know, like problems with it. Like it works out here, but it's just something to keep in mind. Sometimes don't always leave right away. Like even if you can't hit it well, all you have to do is hit baby touches. And you'll be fine to waste time, especially in Challenger. Like, if you can just, like, throw it off your head, then you'll be fine. So here, like, that could have been a really good shot, and they got a little lucky. Alright, now he's just waiting for the play off the corner. He doesn't have boost, is what I'm assuming here. So, maybe I would have went up the wall and attacked a little bit more since, you're the first one up. And in threes, like, you don't need 3 goalies here. So, like, right as this ball goes by, I probably would have just drove up the wall and got ready for this hit from them. Like, put a little bit of pressure on them so they know that they have to hurry up. Sometimes if you just hurry up the opponent, it helps a lot. Either way, it didn't hurt him here. They clear the ball out. I guess he was waiting for boost there. That's why he turned around. He probably could have moved up with his teammates here. Alright. It seems like Tartar is a problem in this game for Jayge. Because Tartar seems very defensive, but is always backwards. So it seems like it's screwing him up a little bit. So let's go back here a little bit. Moves up to midfield. They're both kind of just chilling midfield. Like, this is a decent clear, and it's going up the wall, so that's a little hairy, so you got to turn around. I wouldn't have spun back, though. Like, once you decide to leave, just leave. Like, go to the corner at least, because, like ball's not going to come off the corner. Like, I guess this is the opposite of the last play, where here he's just trying to waste time. I probably would have given myself a little bit more room to field this ball. Like, I would have spun around in the corner a little further back, expecting a bigger hit. That's the only thing I would have changed there. Like, it works out, though. He wastes time. And then he actually makes some pretty nice plays here. So, let's go back. And again, guys, this is a short replay, so I don't have too much to work with. So, I'm trying to use it best I can. This is actually a really good play, though. Like, he hits it to the side to waste some time. Then beats blue to the ball again. He just got, like, unlucky that all three were kind of up. And they got the next hit. That was actually a pretty solid play. Like, after everything, that was a good recovery. Because that was awkward, because he was going backwards already. So, yeah. So, this is a good play. But, again, his teammate Tartar is kind of screwing him up. Like, Tartar is the weak link, it seems like, on their team right now. And he's just been kind of just getting in the way. So, this is smart. Like, the ball goes to blue, and he rotates back behind his two teammates. Like, let them make the play. This ball, you gotta attack quicker, though. This should have been a goal, actually, probably. Like, if Gottlieb hit it better. Or I think it was actually a save by Wand. Like, as soon as this ball's hitting that wall, you have to move out. Like, you know the ball's hitting the wall. You have to predict where it's going to land. And just try and get in the way. Like, even if you just throw it back in your corner, you have to get out quicker. Because Gottlieb almost had a shot there, which could have been very, very dangerous. So when the ball's, like, coming off your backboards, it's really hard to judge those. But you have to sometimes, like, attack them. Because if you let blue hit it first again, it's a point-blank shot. And if they get it around you, you're kind of screwed. So you want to cut off those ankles as quick as you can. All right, here we go. We're moving up. Let's see how this play developed while I was talking. Alright, so he goes and attacks this ball. He throws it up the wall, which is actually good. Like, I like throwing balls up the wall. It screws up people, especially, like, if you throw it in the air against challengers. Like, they're not going to get great hits, which isn't bad. He wins that challenge, but again, like, this is a smart play, too. So, Gottlieb is about to attack him here. And instead, like, most people are just greedy and like, ooh, a slow, like, bouncer coming away. Like, let's take a shot across the net. Like, across the field to the net. Instead, he knows that, oh, Gottlieb will have me dunked. So let's throw it to the open space. Like, this is a very good play. Maybe I would even thrown it more up the wall because Barra might have had a play at it. And Barra kind of screws up his aerial, which I'm going to talk about, too, in a second. So this is good follow-up. He sees Barra back up, so he attacks a little bit sooner. It's good follow-up. Now, I'm going to actually switch real quick to Barra and show why this play didn't work for him. Like, I know it's not his replay analysis, but I figure, like, this is a good point to make. The number one rule with, or the number one way to screw up an aerial is your momentum on the ground when you jump. So let's actually speed it up a little bit more here. Alright. So we're going to go back. He's backing up. It's probably not the best play, but right here, let's slow it down like super much. So he's still backing up, and he jumps right there. He was still kind of backing up. Let's actually, yeah, let's go back a little bit here. Let's go to 50. We'll slow it down even more right when he comes to this play here. It's hard to actually tell. I'm actually going to go 10%. I'm going to go to fly. And let's watch him. So here he goes. He's backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. And I want to see when he jumps. That's the most important. Still backing, still slowly backing. He like barely stops, like probably not even hit, like his momentum still kind of sends him a little bit back, or he's at a perfect standstill, we'll say. So then he can't move forward very well because he jumped with no momentum at all. Like if he would have drove forward just a tiny bit, then he could have jumped and used his boost a lot more effectively here. And he would have caught up to the ball a lot quicker. Instead, he tries to fly like straight up as well, which is a bad angle at this ball. Like you want to take that, like on defense, like you just want to drive at the ball, like when you're flying, like if possible. Like he just has a poor aerial here, but I think it all started because he was backing up, he broke, and as soon as he jumped, I think it lifted his car a bit too. Like he pulled back a little too hard, and he kind of got screwed there. But that's one thing very important on aerials is to know what type of momentum you have, like when you leave the ground, because that's going to determine where you go on your aerial for the first, I don't know, like half of your aerial. Like you're going to use a lot more boost if you wind up screwing that up. So you always want to like be on the ground and be heading towards where you want to aerial before you jump, and then use your boost effectively, and you use a lot less boost that way too. So that's a good tip for anyone trying to practice their aerials. Make sure your ground momentum is the direction you want to go. And if it's not, know that you're going to have to use a lot more boost and a lot more time to correct that. All right, let's get back into it. So I figured I'd point that out. It wasn't Jayge necessarily, but it's a good thing to point out anyway on the replay analysis. So here we go. Let's go back actually a little bit. So this ball goes up the wall. He probably could have came out a little sooner and used a little bit of boost on the ground here. Because, like, once that ball's going up the wall, you know, generally, like, you know that it's going to hit the ceiling and come down. So I probably would have used a little bit of boost on the ground to catch up to the ball a little bit quicker. And then he might have had a more quality shot. Instead, he had to play catch-up kind of, like, in the air. Threw it a little high, but that's actually a really good shot anyway. Like, he did correct it enough. Because that's a perfect pass. Like, if you throw just above the bar to a teammate, most of the time goalies jump and stuff like that, but his teammate just kind of whiffed on that one. Okay, so now let's go back. He spins around here, which is smart. Like especially at this level, like personally, like I don't like to save things backwards if you don't have to. Like if you have time to power slide. That's generally my rule. But you know, like of course, like if you're super good backwards, then just fly to that backwards and clear it. So he comes down and kind of throws it back to the right. Like, this is actually a pretty good play because Whiff Wizard is in the middle and Gottlieb were both in the middle. So he knew he had open space. Generally, like, if you see someone on the right, like, waiting for that hit, then you might want to just kill it in your corner. Like, throw it up high and throw it into the corner. Like, right, let's see, right here. So he sees Whiff go left. So this play's fine to just throw it down here. He didn't necessarily have to jump either here. He kind of jumps for no real reason. No one's really attacking him since Barr was just in the air, so he's out of the play. Whiff is too far back, so he probably could have been a little bit more patient, maybe even got a really nice clear out of it. But, like, the play still worked because he threw it to open space. But again, if someone is in that area, then you just want to try and clear it into your corner, maybe pop it in the air if you can. And it's harder to do that if you're in the air already, so don't jump in the air if you don't have to. And use your ground game, like use the ball's bounce to your advantage. All right, so let's continue here. Here worked out to be a nice 50-50, and he got a nice shot here, and it's a pretty good goal. I think he was going max speed. That's pretty much all he could do. He could have flipped, but that was actually a solid play here. To just, like, not use a flip, so it actually kind of goes high on him. And he gets a nice top shelf shot. And, yeah, that's it for the replay, it looks like. So they won 2-0 with 2 minutes left to spare with the surrender. But, yeah, that's all I got on this one, guys. There wasn't too much here, but this is the one he wanted, so, you know, that's fine by me. If a Jayge wants a shorter replay, like if he wanted to look at certain things in this replay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like me, like, looking at another player, like, in specific plays, let me know, because I'll do that from time to time. Like, if I notice something that was off, but not necessarily from the player that we're doing a replay for. Like, I think it's just a good tip in general. So, let me know if you guys like this. And, yeah, we'll be back next Friday with another replay. I might have to throw another one in somewhere during the week soon, because we have a couple extra. And I hope you like the new fancy cosmic border that we got going on here. But, yeah, until next time, guys. Later.